Hello, I wanted to take a few minutes and go through our new introductions from our October market. I know some of you have had some questions on what the new things are, so I wanted to be able to introduce that for you. So first things we're going to cover are the new style introductions. So this is just a snapshot of the new things that we had in October. So you'll see we've got a couple new recliners. There's a total of 2 new regular recliners, and we've got 2 new lift chairs. We've got 1 motion group that's available as a sofa and a sectional, and then we've got a new sectional, as well as 1 new stationary group. So not a plethora of new introductions, but really strong introductions for La-Z-Boy. So first things first, we'll go through the recliners. This is our Maddox recliner. So last market in April, we introduced Maddox as a sectional and a chair and a half. And so this market, we introduced a regular rocker recliner that matches that group. So you'll have the same select leathers and you'll have the same select fabrics on this one. So you'll see we've got the corduroy here as the select. We've got a faux leather look with iRivers, and then this top flight in the camel and the slate color. So it's got a really nice kind of box track arm. There's a unique detail with the stitching along the arms and the edges. This is actually a really great fit and look, I think, for any of the materials that it's selected in. The second new introduction is our 762 Neo. So this is a really cool tech-focused chair. There's a lot of features on this chair. So you'll see this little side cut out here. That's actually a pop-out pocket. This chair only comes as your 10X and 16X, and it comes standard with the wireless remote. So you're going to have the wireless remote feature here. There's a cup holder in the arm. There's a wireless charging pad in the arm. And then there's also a little rivet here in the arm that shows you can use a tablet holder, or the tables that you'll see come standard with our 49 pieces. So the U49, X49, 449 pieces. You can see some pictures here on the side of the tablet holder. So that actually sets right in that little rivet. We've got this available in an iClean fabric. You'll see it in faux leather in the iRavenscrest, as well as an LB leather. So a really great new addition to the line with a lot of really neat technological features. Next, you'll see we've got 2 new lift chairs. The first is going to be the 793 Jean. It's scaled very similarly to what the Miller was. But this is going to have that 3-year warranty that La-Z-Boy is so well known for on your power components. So you'll see the stock select in iHalifax. That's going to be the select iClean cover that's on this chair. Really good scale. You'll see the overall is only 32.5 inches wide. So again, smaller scale chair for that customer that we were missing in our line. And then the second introduction is the 794 Billy, which we're going to have in a new iClean cover that's a C grade iPage. And that overall width on this chair is still 30 inches. It's got that button tufting in the back that we're used to seeing on a little bit more of a traditional version of the lift chair. And then moving on to our motion groups, we've got the 769 Ava. So we introduced this actually as a recliner last market, and this market we've got the answer with motion and a modular unit available on this. So you'll see the sofa and love seat available in the leather. You'll notice the leather colors are very similar to what we used to have the 366 Reese available in. This is basically the replacement for the Reese. We did have to discontinue that due to the back height. We were unable to put the head and lumbar motors in the Reese at the current frame, so we discontinued that, kind of modernized and updated the frame and reintroduced it with Ava. So you'll see you've got 2 select fabrics, Nora and Martian, and then this select leather with an ivory and a dark gray brown mineral color. It's very dark. It's pretty, but it's a dark tone. You'll see we carried through that kind of wave stitch along the headrest that we had with the Reese to still capture that same customer, a little bit of visual interest on a pretty modern frame. And then this is also available as a modular. So you've got the 2 select fabrics, the Nora and the Martian. You'll notice the leather is available on the sofa love seat combination, but not yet available on the leather or on the sectional. You can do custom and custom plus leathers on the sectional. We just don't have the kits available on the modular as of yet. First ship on the modular is $12.18 in the fabric. First ship on the leather, if you do order the leather, is going to be end of January. So just keep that in mind for your timelines. Another new introduction that we saw this market was our 703 Rigby. If you've ever seen the 420 Devon on your floors in the past, this is the updated version of that. Again, kind of the same story. The Devon was too short. We couldn't put some of the features into that frame just that we have had customers ask for, like the head and lumbar motor. So this has that option. We've done a little bit of a different seat on this. So you also have a full covered chase all the way down. Well, it's still a pretty tailored looking seat cushion. You've got the Select iPage on this one, as well as Donegal available both ways. And then you've got a faux leather on this with iMontekia and the addition of the new 3 colors that are available with that cover. It's a really good option. You've got the updated consoles, the chase on here that reclines, and then all your head and lumbar prefixes. You'll notice the X and U prefixes along all of that. And then there were some new Select covers. So some of our discontinued covers were Select on frames. So we've replaced those or changed a couple things. So first things first, you'll see we dropped the Luscious fabric on the 403 Veil. So we've replaced that with this C1910 Luxe fabric. It's got a really pretty hand, and I think it brings that chair up a level. The 515 Lancer, we had Eye Sundance on there. There were only 2 colors left. And so we've replaced that faux leather look with the eye outlier that does so well for us on the Brooks. The Gibson, we got rid of Sha Na Na, and so we've replaced that with Seasons. That's also your Select on the Aster chairs. So if you've got somebody that's trying to match chairs, that's a great go-to. On the Maverick, we did discontinue Cosmo, the D1012. So we've replaced that with the C1754 Kemet fabric that you were seeing on your Joel chair as your Select. So again, that kind of plushy, cushy, soft fabric. On Dorian, we didn't discontinue anything, but we did add the D1853 Essex fabric. That's also your Select if you've got a Clio on your floor, so you can carry that through. It looks great on the sofa as well as the chair. On the Joel, we had a very plushy fabric and we had a faux leather, but we've added kind of a more tailored fabric here with the B1808 Social Club. Ava, we added the Martion fabric that when we introduced the chair, we had an Eye Clean, Eye Romulus. That fabric is still current in the La-Z-Boy line. It's just no longer selected on Ava. We've switched that over to this Martion. It's a little bit more of a woven, and you get an opportunity for some color pop in there as a Select. For the Maverick, again, more of a faux look. Eye Heirloom is still good, but we decided to add iMontekia on here because we've added the new color selection. It gives you a wider variety and a faux leather look on that chair. And then for the Jasper, we added the new Mamba fabric to that as its faux leather. And then for Liam, we added Eye Raven's Crest. So you've got a really good faux, a Select leather, and a chenille fabric available on Liam now. The motion set's kind of the same story. With the Roman, we did drop Sha Na Na, as I mentioned, on the Gibson. So we've replaced that with Roma on this particular frame. So again, good texture, good color variety. And then Dorian, same thing with the Essex. Joel, same thing. You've got Social Club. And Liam, we've brought over the Eye Raven's Crest. So really good looks across on some of our best-selling frames for you guys. And then there's a couple things that we've had in the line, and we've changed some prefixes that we've brought back to normal. And this is probably the biggest piece for a lot of you out there is the 709 Jasper. We added power features back to that chair. So you can order the Jasper now as a 10U or a 10X or a 16X. What you'll notice as we go through the line, there are no 16Us anymore. We've taken those out. We just weren't getting enough of a demand for them, but you do still have that U prefix as a price point driver in the 10U prefix. You'll see we've done the same thing with the 727 Brooks. So you've got a 10U, 10X, and 16X added back there. And those are shipping already. If you've got customers that need a smaller scale chair, I know we don't have power anymore on things like the Veil, the Casey, the Collage. This is a great small scale chair that you can do power on that a lot of you are very familiar with already. You can also do power again on the Brooks Sofa Love Seat. So your U and X prefixes are now both available on the Brooks. For those of you that have Apollo or have Apollo coming, when we first introduced Apollo, it only had the sofa and the love seat with the console. So we've standardized that and added your love seat piece in. On the Morrison, the 766, when we did the conversion, originally it was only available with the U option. So they've added the X prefixes back to this. And then the Joel was the last of our series to convert to the new prefixes. So going forward, you should see everything kind of standardized. across our line. We're trying to make this a little bit easier. So if there are other gaps that you guys see where something has an exception, some of them we're aware of, but let me know if those are the ones that are important. I can at least let our merchandising team know, hey, these are the asks that we're getting, and that may change where it falls in the priority of standardization. Additional things you'll see over here, your CB option. Originally, when that was introduced, it was only available on a piece that had power, so a U or an X prefix. We're now seeing this CB option available on the 449. We've added it to all of these frames here. So you can get that wireless charging pad, even if you have a customer that orders manual for their recliners. You can also order these tablet holders that fit into that little rivet by themselves. So if you have somebody that loves the tablet holder that we talked about on Neo, but they don't want it on the Neo chair, or they want one for their Loveseat console, they are the same size pin setting, so we can use them interchangeably, and you guys can order those in the warehouse as an extra set. Quick review of our stationery. We have one new introduction here. It's the Olson. For those of you that have been around and seen the Collins, the biggest ask we've always gotten is, can the Collins come as a sleeper? And previously the answer has always been no, and on the Collins it still is a no, but what we've done is we've reintroduced this 613 Olson. It has the same arm as the Collins, very similar sit and proportion. The issue with Collins was that it was actually too long to put a sleeper mechanism into. So Olson is slightly smaller in proportion, but you get a really great look. We've added a little bit of a foot, and it's available as a sleeper. It's available in leather. It's a really great option. We've got it selected in Martion, and it is in your Sofa Spectacular Val Pack for the stationary sofas. So you've got lots of different fabrics to choose from. This one's shipping already. Comes as a standard sofa, Loveseat, chair and a half, or as the sleeper version, and cap code horse all the way through. New select covers and stationery. So as I mentioned with Essex on Dorian, that is your select that's on Clio that stays, but we've added a new fabric, Sloan. It's a little bit more, I guess, of a chenille. It has kind of a velvety look to it. It just dresses up Clio a little bit differently than the Essex fabric did. And then on Alani, we did drop the Vermont fabric. That was our select on that modular. So we've added Fairfax. That's our #1 fabric on the Collins. So why not put that on another great selling sectional? And then last product modifications here, the 471 Carlton previously used to have a P29. That prefix is no more, but what we've added is a 29U. So still a high leg that pushes back to recline, but now you've got the adjustable headrest and a wireless remote to boot on that one. There are a couple chairs in the line now that have that option. The Carlton's the last available to convert. Your Reeves, the Brentwood, and then the 2 new chairs from Last Market, Dante and Mercer, all have that adjustable headrest option on that chair. And then we did introduce a new sofa, Last Market Emmerich. It's a little bit more modern, and it had this really unique long knife edge pillow. So we've added that pillow available to order separately as an accent, and we've added the feather option to that sofa group. Your price book and promotion. So with the new Neo chair, we're going to offer a headrest tag. If you want to be able to tag it and call attention to try all your features, just shoot me an email, give me a call. We can definitely get those tags ordered for you. Because the new lift chair, it's still going to be a bronze lift chair. We've got some product support out here for you guys that have all the updates in there. As I'm in the stores, if there's questions or if you need something right away, don't hesitate, reach out. I can email a lot of this to you or get it ordered and shipped to your location if need be. I hope that this helps you guys understand a little bit about the new stuff that's coming out with La-Z-Boy. Hopefully, if there are questions, you'll reach out and let me know. And I look forward to working with you all through the next few months.